I am a 28-year-old woman who has spent the last 4 years in a relationship with my ex-husband, with whom I have also been married for the past 4 years. Everything appears to be going well, but we are facing challenges regarding having children, so we are contemplating adoption. That was our plan. My husband, also 28, is employed at the same hospital as I am, and we both work long hours, although I truly love my job. Several months ago, my mother-in-law invited me and my husband to dinner at their place. Every first Saturday of the month, she prepares a full meal with appetizers, main courses, and desserts. She truly goes above and beyond. While my mother-in-law is wonderful, my father-in-law isn't as easy to get along with. He tends to be quite silent around me, which isn't an issue. His sister, however, is quite draining financially. She's held 4 jobs in the last half-year and quit all of them citing toxic work environments, while also spending her parents' money on luxurious items and frivolous purchases. My husband and his sister have always shared a close bond since childhood, which is understandable given their sibling connection. However, whenever my husband would show affection to me, she would shoot me an unpleasant glance, and whenever I attempted to converse with him, she would interrupt and physically place herself in front of me. I brought this up to my husband, but he responded by saying that I was overanalyzing the situation and feeling insecure. A few months later, while at work, my husband had the day off and mentioned he was catching up with some college friends he hadn't seen for a long time. I encouraged him to enjoy himself and informed him I would be home by 7 p.m. During my shift, I began to feel lightheaded and fatigued, and before I knew it, I had collapsed on the floor. My coworkers provided me with a plastic cup of water and suggested I go home. One of my coworkers, Selena, kindly offered to drive me home since I had taken the bus that day. We only have one vehicle, which my husband was using. Once home, I took a shower and grabbed some medication. After a while, feeling restless, I decided to do some gardening in the backyard. Time passed quickly, and I realized it was already 4 p.m. When I returned to the kitchen to wash my hands, I noticed my husband's shoes by the doorway and his sister's expensive jacket on the rack. I couldn't find them in the living room but heard noises coming from upstairs. Cautiously, I went upstairs, and through a gap in our bedroom door, I saw my husband with his sister lying on our bed. He was touching her face while she had her hands on the back of his neck. After standing there for about 3 minutes trying to process the situation, I decided to use my phone to capture a video and take a photo of them. Then I made my presence known by walking into the room. My husband looked shocked and remorseful, while his sister had a smug expression on her face, seemingly proud of what was happening. I yelled at both of them to leave, and they complied. Later that day, I received angry texts from his family, including his parents, accusing me of being a terrible person and implying that I should not feel jealous of their sibling closeness. They were either suggesting that this behavior was perfectly acceptable or that his sister had spun a completely different narrative. His mother expressed disbelief, and his father referred to me in harsh terms. The only family member I responded to was his father, inquiring what had been said. He claimed that I had shouted at his daughter as she was supposedly delivering something she bought for me. I pointed out that I had done nothing of the sort and just shared the video and photo. Fast forward to a year later, I am enjoying a tranquil life on my own, and I should also mention that I am currently involved with my ex-husband's father. XX.